What is up? What's up, guys? Here we are, right here in the warehouse. We are not in the dining room this time. I know that is always where we do these live streams is in my dining room. We got my kids running around. If you've been with us for a long time, one time I was in my rolly chair and I rolled back over my dog who was sitting behind me, rolled over her tail. So none of that. We're just in here with a whole bunch of boxes, a lot of empty boxes for a lot of sales, a lot of good stuff. This was a great giveaway. It was really exciting. I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb, mind you, so that we are undisturbed during this entire giveaway. But I want to say welcome to everybody who's getting on. We got 30 minutes. If you're on right now expecting me to pick a winner, we got 30 minutes before we pick the actual winner. We picked the winner right at 2:30, but we want to take the next half hour and just talk about the giveaways, talk about everything. So if you're here to see who won, you can go ahead and come back at 2:30. But if you want to hang out, participate, send in some questions, this is great. I love that we're doing it here on YouTube, and that we're not doing it on Instagram and Facebook. That was always really complicated, and we're always having technical difficulties. And you're trying to live stream at 2 times at the same time. It really bogs down your Wi-Fi. So that's better as well. But I'm excited to be out here. This is the first time. This is our first, or I guess our second giveaway where we've gotten everything out of our dining room and into the warehouse, and it's been great. Made everything a lot easier, and I feel like we're hitting our strides out here. But yeah, this was a record-breaking giveaway for us. It was a lot of fun. It was a ton of work. Sterling and I normally can keep up with every single order, but I had to have my wife come in multiple occasions and get a babysitter so she can come in and freaking help us pack, because this was good. But that's what you guys want. You guys, we did a runner-up prize on the last giveaway of a pit bike, and I thought the pit bike was awesome, and I wanted my own pit bike, but it made no difference. It moved the needle nothing to do a runner-up prize. You guys want bigger, better, badder truck. So that's what we're trying to do: bigger, cooler, more custom stuff. And that's what we saw with this giveaway, was that you guys want cool stuff like that. Seeing that you guys prefer diesels to gas like 3-1. That's why we really, when I got offered, so first thing, you guys saw that black GMC K10 that I posted, K15 that I posted just a few days ago on our Instagram. Truck is super nice and is getting shipped off to Little Rock, Arkansas. It's a rad truck, and I had bought it with the intent of giving it away. I know a lot of people were excited about that, but I was hesitant to sell it. I didn't want to sell it because I wanted to give it away. But after we did the Blazer giveaway and the Wagoneer giveaway, we had just done 2 diesels prior, and then did 2, the Blazer and everything. The giveaways do much better. You guys really, really, really like the giveaways better when we're doing a diesel. So that's all I'm trying to say. That's why we sold that truck. I was hesitant at first, but I found that Suburban that you guys have been able to vote on. I would love seeing the voting. I'd love to have the voting back. We'll talk about that in a minute.
We're having problems.
Having internet problems. Oh, shoot.
I noticed on my
we're having some internet issues over here. It's okay. It's because we're running 2 computers. Probably my fault, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, I think the internet cheated in Vegas today. We'll give it a second and let the internet catch back up here. Okay, are we back?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, we're back. All right, sorry about that, guys. We were just we were freaking overloading our little Wi-Fi out here, so it's all right. What I was saying was the black K15 was a rad truck, really nice. But you guys really love the diesels. You want a diesel truck, and so that's what we want to try and give you. I do want to do more gasoline-powered vehicles in the future, big blocks, Coyote swaps and more LS swaps when they make sense. But it seems like you guys really, really like the diesels. So we were going to give away that black K15, but then I had the guy, his name's Justin. He wanted to buy it, and it was like, okay, we took that money, we found that Suburban, and the Suburban is awesome. I mean, that thing, even with the flame paint job down the side, I think already had such nice features like that Dana 60 front end, 12 Cummins, had a decent 4-speed automatic and a 4L80, which is far better than the automatics that you could get behind the Cummins anyway. So like the 47RH and 47RE that you would have found behind a Cummins were garbage automatic transmissions. So, a lot of times you'll see these. A lot of times you'll see these go off. You'll see these trucks, and we'll do them in manuals almost all the time because the automatics suck. So that's really cool. Um, but okay, I think we're back.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Sorry, just saw a couple of these came through. But so just talking about the gas versus the diesel. I'll move on. We don't need to talk about that anymore. But we're excited. I love the Suburban. So the Suburban is down at Paint. We're going to post a new YouTube video here later this weekend or maybe early next week. We got the Suburban taken down to Paint and ready to go. Got some people logging on asking if they missed it. You have not missed the drawing. If you're here, we're just talking about the giveaways, talking about the next giveaways and everything else that's going on. We're picking the winner at 2:30 on the money. That's what it says in our rules, and I got to stick to those rules. So at 2:30 on the money, we're picking the winner. If you want to see us pick the winner, come back at 2:30. So back to what we're talking about, the Suburban. Suburban has been taken down to Paint. You guys voted on that on our website. By participating in this giveaway, you got votes as to how we built the Suburban, and that's been taken down to Paint. And is going to be painted in that sand color. So I'm actually going to do a metallic sand off of, there's a bunch of different, what's it called? Bunch of different versions of that sand paint, but GMC and Chevy have a new sand color. It's a metallic sand. So we're going to go with that one. So we're going to probably go with that. It's a really cool color, but that's down at Paint now, getting rid of those ghost flames, go to a nice sand color, and then we'll do the roof rack like you guys voted on, and we'll start doing the rest. As far as everything else goes, you guys seem to be liking the black trim over the chrome trim, black bumpers, the XD Panzer wheels, and the XT tires. So those are the other things that are winning right now, but we're going to extend the voting into the next giveaway as well, so you can continue voting on it. I'm also debating just during the Suburban or during this next giveaway, maybe trying to open up 2 different voting systems so that you can vote on the Ram Charger as well. I want to know how you guys want us to paint it. You want to do something cool and vintage, like some chromatic stripes and stuff like that? I don't know. So let's answer some questions that we got on the side here. Guys talking about the Ram Charger. I posted pictures of the Ram Charger yesterday. I wanted to take the computer outside and walk around, but today is ridiculously windy in Las Vegas. So we're gonna not go outside. But it would just ruin the microphone. You couldn't hear anything. One question: are you ever in the hole after a giveaway? We have lost money on some of these giveaways. Now we have enough customers now to where even if a giveaway isn't crazy successful, we don't really lose money. There's been a few recent giveaways where we haven't lost anything, but didn't gain anything either. But our first 4 or 5 giveaways were just, I just knew we were going to lose money. We had to get customers, and that is what it is. And we had to gain your guys' trust so that you guys could see that we were really giving these things away, and you had to see that you were really going to get your merchandise. It wasn't just going to, disappear after, your money wasn't just going to disappear. So I understood that was going to happen. Some other thing here that we should do some 4BT Cummins. Okay, that's a good question. The 4BT Cummins is a tractor engine. Doesn't make as good power as the 6BT, like a 12 valve Cummins, but they're still pretty cool, and they look just like 12 valves. And I've been looking for like a Toyota FJ45. I saw, and I should have bought it on eBay. There was a Toyota FJ45 with the 4BT Cummins. I should have bought that. Right now there's like another Toyota FJ65 with a 4BT, also pretty cool. So we might do something like that in the future. The goal is to be able to do a Ford, a Chevy, and a Dodge, in that order: Ford, Chevy, Dodge, and do that in that order. But then every once in a while, toss in something new, like a Jeep or a Toyota or an International Scout or something like that. So, if I find something cool that might have like a little small Cummins or even something that's got a nice Scout, like a nice LS swap or some other kind of cool engine, or even, a nicely restored old block with a Holly Sniper fuel injection, something like that would also be a really cool giveaway. So our next giveaway, let's talk about that for a second. If you're logging on, just seeing new people coming in and people bouncing out. If you're logging on right now, it is 1:40 and it's 2:10. My time is off. It's 2:10. We're picking the winner in 20 minutes. So 2:30 on the money, we'll pick the winner. So with that being said, if you're here and you're just like, oh, did I miss it yet? You haven't missed it. Picking the winner. So our next giveaway truck, you guys already know this. It is our our bullnose dually, single cab F350 dually. Really, really, really cool truck. Bought this truck on eBay out of Texas, and was one of those trucks where it looked great in photos. It looked phenomenal in pictures, and we got it here. We're like, okay, it's not so great. It was exciting because we was thinking, okay, like this will be pretty close. We can maybe just put a front axle underneath it and get it on. And then we got it here. And we realized, okay, it needs repainted, needs some other things, and needed a little rust treatment, stuff like that. So it's like, okay, I guess we're just doing it to the nine. So that dually is going to be wicked, wicked cool. And so it's got a 6.9 IDI, which sounds phenomenal, but they don't make crazy power. But Banks luckily makes a sidewinder turbo kit for it. It makes them so they, cruise plenty fine. It's not gonna be a rocket ship by any means, but it'll cruise nicely. We're doing right now. We're halfway into our Dana 60 front axle swap and ZF5 5-speed manual swap. So that's going to be really, really, really exciting as well. The ZF5, it all lucked out. I don't know if you guys saw on our Instagram, but I had a bunch of stuff for sale right at the beginning of this giveaway. I had like 15 trucks I had to sell, just old projects that we weren't working on anymore. And I kind of just cleared house. One of those trucks I was clearing out was an old 59 Ford crew cab, and it was sitting on a 1995 Ford 7.3 chassis, but the chassis was wrecked, and the frame horns were bent, and the chassis probably wasn't straight, so it's kind of junk anyway. But it has ZF5 and it has a Dana 60 front axle, and those Dana 60s are worth a ton of freaking money. And it was like, all right, great. I sold the 7.3 to somebody here in town, took the ZF5, took the Dana 60, was able to use it in this truck. Really nice. So restoring that front axle, we'll do all new steering components, all new Moog steering components, and then like new throwout bearing, brand new clutch, brand new flywheel for the ZF5. And then we'll do all new brakes and everything like that. Make sure it's nice and secure for whoever wins that truck. You don't want to buy one of these things and have it break down on you right away, or something really safety oriented like steering brakes has to be done right. So we're going to restore all that stuff next. But we're about halfway into that. To do the 4-wheel drive swap, we're using a kit from Skies Off-Road Designs that will allow us to swap over. So some other stuff that you guys are saying here in the side. So just put that on the side for now. The bullnose is coming along great. The painter was a little late on it, so we're not going to be ready for about 3 weeks to a month. But that'll give us a little break. This giveaway was huge with the first gen Cummins. We really, 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 man, we pushed it. This was a big month, and we need a little break from packing orders every single day. So it'll be fun to work on that truck and get that truck really nice, and then we'll take some cool videos. And we've been talking about our YouTube all day today with Adrian here. Adrian's our media guy, and we've just been talking about our YouTube. And we're excited to bring more to YouTube, post more walkarounds. That's what you guys seem to really like to watch, is you want to see about these trucks and find out about them. So we're gonna do a lot more content and keep growing our YouTube. So if you don't subscribe to us already and you're on here, make sure you subscribe to us. Okay, so let's read some other stuff in here. A 4x4 Love would be kind of cool. From Nate. I had a Chevy Love and I miss it, and I never should have sold it. And a 4x4 Love would be wicked cool. A Jeep Honcho. We gave away a Honcho. That was our third giveaway truck. Was a Jeep J10 Honcho. So it was a great truck, and I miss it every day. Diesel Samurais and everything like that. This is cool. Power wagons with Cummins in them and all sorts of stuff. So here's another question: is the bullnose going to be the same color? Yes, the bullnose is still red on white, but it looks great. Now it actually looks good. It's not just looks good in pictures. It actually looks good. So it's cool. But the sky's the limit with these giveaways. A lot of times is, we could do it. We could do anything. And I want to just be able to say, okay, we gave away a Ford, a Chevy, and a Dodge. Let's throw something random out there. Let's do somebody said in here, a Unimog. Go find a Mercedes Unimog and toss a Mercedes Unimog. Let's find a Subaru Brat and toss a Subaru Brat out there and maybe put a 4BT Cummins in it. Just make it cool. Like whatever. Like, I don't know. Pretty cool. So the sky's the limit, and we want to do something like that. Something we've also talked about is like right now we're gonna have about a month break. And if I was prepared, we could have done it. But I want to do like a mini giveaway where it's like 1 weeker and it's only open to our previous customers. What we see a lot of the time, like about half the time here with our giveaways, is half the time the winner is a new customer. They've just found us. They bought like a shirt, like one shirt or two shirts. And then the other half the time, it's a repeat customer who's come back multiple times and it's gotten to know us. And I personally wish it was a repeat customer every single time. Like you guys are super loyal to us and are super cool. And we've gotten to know you by name and all that kind of stuff. So I I want to do one to kind of let you guys get the best chance of winning. We've tossed around the idea of doing a 1 weeker, no advert, can't participate unless you are a previous customer or a follower on Instagram already or something like that. And it's only open for those guys, open for a short amount of time, so that one of you guys can win. We're coming up with all sorts of different ideas, just stuff we can do to keep it fresh and keep it fun for you guys. A lot of times people have suggested that we do something to get back to like veterans and first responders in the community. And so we're coming up with some cool plans for stuff like that in the future. And we'll continue to, keep growing this. We're still really small. Like we're just still out in our garage, just in the backyard. We went from our dining room to our backyard in the garage. So we're still tiny, and we're just growing. And I think a lot of people expect that because we're doing these giveaways, we must be rolling in the money. We just might be killing it. And in reality, these giveaways are incredibly high costs. This game is all about cost reduction. It's all about just freaking keeping your costs down as low as you can. But the costs just run like crazy because you're building a truck and you got to pay your employees and you got to do a boatload of different things. And so these are not get rich quick schemes. I can promise you that much. These are hard. You lose a lot of money in the beginning, and then they're a long play. You got to have a lot of inventory. You see, we have 8 shelves full of shirts with 4 rows on each. Just totally full of shirts, and it's a long play, and that takes a long time to build up that kind of inventory. So with that being said, we're still just a small company. As we continue to grow, we'll do it bigger and better, and all that kind of stuff. Some other things that you guys are saying here on the side. Things like pre-runners, that would be cool if we found something old. Guys, I search Facebook Marketplace all the time, and we're going to do a YouTube video about this on how I buy classic trucks and how I find some of the deals that I find, and kind of the best way to go about it and to find something and find a good project and how to not lose a bunch of money on stuff like that. So we'll do a YouTube video on that in the future. But I'm like constantly on Facebook Marketplace. I was texting with my right-hand man, Sterling, is out of town, but I was just texting him this morning, and I found a Centurion Bronco, a 4-door Bronco, 7.3, really nice paint job. It looked great. It wasn't that much money. It was on Facebook, and I was like, dude, we got to buy that. Like, we just bought that Ram Charger. I have no more money left. Like, I got nothing. And I was like, dude, I got to turn off Facebook Marketplace. Like, I can't be freaking out here buying this crap, buying trucks all the time. But that's what I do it's like my source of entertainment is just to search Facebook Marketplace and always be looking. So I'm going to keep a lookout. Someone said pre-runner in here like multiple times. So we're going to do some research here and try and find a cool old school pre-runner, maybe an old school Jeep, like a Comanche that somebody's done into a pre-runner, something like that. That'd be really cool. We'll do that in the future as well. We'll keep that in mind. There were some more questions in here. Do we do any work in house? We do the majority of the work in house. The only stuff we won't do here is heavy fabrication. But I have my good buddy Zach. He owns Eric the Find. He's like the best fabricator I know, and he's going to build the roof rack for the Suburban. He's got a plasma table from Arc. He'll the roof rack, take it down to our powder coater, and he can powder coat it. So we don't do paint, we don't do upholstery, we don't do like heavy fabrication, but all the wiring, assembly, like the restoration process, we all do here in the other bay of the garage over that way. So some other stuff, and something to keep in mind is that I try to not go too new on these giveaways. It seems like an OBS Ford is about as new as I'd like to go. We had that Excursion. I still have that Excursion. It's for sale. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. The Excursion. Like, we've got that Excursion, and I could have given that away, but it's just too new. And so things that I think are out of our too new of range are things like a second gen Cummins, in my opinion, is just too new looking. Things like maybe Comanches might be a little too new, but they're like early 90s, so maybe not. But there's stuff like that. And then someone was asking here about DEF fluid and diesels. We only do classic diesels that never had DEF fluid in the first place, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. So I try and keep it to like OBS Fords and back, or first gen Cummins and back. But I put out a poll on our Instagram the other day about what was it called? About like OBS Chevys. I guess Chevys are referred to as old body styles as well, like the late 80s, like 89 or like 1989 and up of the Chevys that are those OBS Chevy trucks. And I asked you guys, like, do you like those? They made a 6.5 diesel out of those, and I was like, "Do you guys like these?" And it was like resoundingly, "No, those are garbage. We don't want to see that." So for Chevys, I feel like square bodies are as new as we'll go on those. So I have a long saying that my dad told me my whole entire life, which was "Do what you do and do it well." And so we are gonna avoid um, we're gonna avoid getting out of our lane. Our lane is classic trucks, not newer vehicles. And the Diesel brothers did an old diesel a couple months ago. They did like a '79 F-250, and it hurt my feelings. Not really. I wasn't really offended, but it was like, come on, stay in your lane. Like, you guys do new diesels, leave me alone. I'm happy over here in old school truck land. Nobody come bug me over here. So if you're in, we're getting a lot more viewers now as we're getting closer to 2:30. It's 2:20. We have not picked the winner yet. We picked the winner right at 2:30. So um, so don't, if you're here and you're like, oh, did I miss it? You haven't missed it yet, but we've got about 9 more minutes before we pick the winner. And we'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. We'll talk about that. And so there's some other good questions in here, like, you know, things like, what about, why don't we ever do 2-wheel drive trucks, lower trucks? It's all what you guys want. And we've done a lot of polling, and it seems like you guys really just like 4-wheel drive. I like 4-wheel drive, but I could drive a 2-wheel drive truck. Heck, they're fun, and we'll, go do donuts and stuff and burnouts, but it seems like nobody wants it. So we don't do stuff like that. But it seems like you guys really like that Centurion Bronco, which makes me mad because I am trying not to buy it. I am like trying not to go into debt to go buy that truck, but I am like freaking debating it. And if my wife's watching, I probably get a text message that says not to do it, but it is what it is. So that'll be cool. Here's a question: would you guys ever work with a winner if they asked to pass on the winning the vehicle in lieu of us doing work on their build? Listen, there's no cash out option. The winnings are the winnings, but the sky's the limit. And if I love this giveaway truck. This is my favorite truck we've given away, the first gen Cummins. It is a great truck. It is, you could drive it every single day of the year. A 6-speed manual, makes so nice to drive. Or like, great. It's amazing. So I've said it multiple times on our, I'm gonna be hitting up this winter and say, yo, if you don't want this truck, like, I'll just keep money, because I'm like, I'll buy it. I'll just buy it from you. And you don't even have to transfer the title, save yourself the title fee. So something like that could always happen. And if someone's like, hey, I don't want to win and I got a truck that I'd rather you do instead, we could work something out, or you could sell the truck and use that money to pay for the truck, whatever. But legally speaking, you're winning this truck, and you're going to receive it as a prize. And what you do with it is up to you. You could sell it right away. Now, most giveaway winners still have their trucks. I think only one guy has sold his truck. It was our last first gen Cummins, Darren Johnson down in Arizona. He won the truck, sold it to pay off a bunch of his house. And I was like, dude, that's your truck. Like, you do it whatever you want. I don't know. I don't think he did it for that, but he sold the truck. I can't remember why. But it doesn't matter why he sold the truck, because it was his truck to sell, and whatever you guys want to do with it is up to you. So, you can do it whatever you want. But with that being said, about working on someone else's truck for them, we want to do that as a giveaway. One of these times when we're kind of like in a lull, we're like, oh crap, we don't have a truck ready for a month. We're gonna do that. We'll do maybe it'll be a customers only truck, and maybe not, or maybe it'll just be a regular giveaway. But we want to just do a giveaway where we will come out, we'll pick your truck up, we'll bring it back to our shop, and we'll give you X amount of dollars to spend in labor and parts, making your truck the way you want it. So we would like to do that in the future as well. It'd be really cool. It would save us the time of having to like pick a truck. However, we did that with our 97 Ford F-250, the OBS 7.3 truck we gave away last year. It was my daily driver, and we gave it away back in August. The truck that got stolen off my driveway the day the giveaway started. That was a nightmare. That was like the worst day of my life, but not really. But it was a bad day. And that truck, we gave you guys 10 grand in extras to spend afterwards. So the winner got to pick $10,000 worth of options afterwards. And he did like a billet torque converter and intercooler and purple pipes and different stuff like that. And it was really cool. It was great. It really was. But it is different, and it is more stressful because, you, the winner, if you were to win, if we were to build your truck and you were to win, you'd be like, man, when's it going to be done? And now we're talking about deadlines. And the nice thing about these giveaways, and the reason why I have kept doing them, when we first started, it was just like a trial run, and we didn't know if we were going to do these one time or if we do this 100 times. Giveaways, I didn't know what was going to happen, but now that we've done them a bunch, the thing that I like about them is that we get to do it on our time and on our dollar and on our budget. When you work with someone else's budget, you got to a little bit difficult. Okay, it is 5 minutes till drawing time. We're gonna start seeing more and more people pile in. We're picking the winner here in 5 minutes. And with that being said, let's talk about the giveaways. If this is your first time coming on board, this is going to be a little different for you. Most giveaway companies, they get all their entries together and they send it off to a sweepstakes company. They pick the winner for them, and then they seal it up in an envelope and they mail it back. That's fine. And we might do that in the future as we grow and this becomes more complicated. But for now, as we're a small company, we're losing our internet.
It's just slow, but
That's okay. I'll slow down. We'll let it catch back up. With that being said, we use a website called random.org. Random.org is a paid service that allows us to submit our entries to them, and they'll pick the winner, and then we instantly get the winner right in front of us. But it saves all the data. It also allows you guys. It also allows you guys to go in and verify your entries afterwards. And so what you'll be able to do is after we do the drawing, you'll be able to go to random.org, click on third-party draw service, and then you'll see like at the top of the list, it'll say like Hudson Motorsports, even though we've dropped the sports from Hudson Motorsports, we're just Hudson Motors, but regardless, it'll say like Hudson Motorsports first gen Cummins crew cab giveaway. And you'll be able to click on that and enter in your email address that you used at checkout to verify your entries. Got to make sure that however you typed it at checkout is how you type it in there. If you used all caps, at checkout, that's how that entry was submitted, with all caps. If it was all lowercase, you got to type it in with all lowercase. Don't email me and say, hey, I didn't get my entries, until you've checked all the different combinations, all caps, no caps, caps for the first, all that kind of stuff. Sorry, just read a question. We did not get around to cup holders. Like 3 people asked that. We did not end up getting cup holders in the center console, but we can do it for the winner if the winner wants it. Sorry, back to the giveaways thing. And I'll stop paying attention to questions on the side. But yes, you can verify your entries that way. If you send in entries through the mail-in way, it's just gonna be your first name, last name, capital first name, capital last name. And then we did this time something different. We gave you guys free entries by signing up for our text message subscriber on our website. You got 1 free entry for doing that. And so that's going to be under your phone number. So if you want to verify that you got that entry, it'll be under your phone number. Now, with that being said, there were some people who signed up for the text message subscriber who didn't give us their first name and their last name. And it's a very small amount of people, but there's always that chance that we draw that person as the winner. And if we draw that person as the winner, I won't know their name and I'll just have a phone number as the winner and we'll just have to call them. Legally, I gave you guys those entries and that phone number counts as an entry, but the vast majority of people gave us their first name, their last name with their phone number, and we will be able to verify who they are. But just so you know that might happen and just be prepared for that. There's any discrepancies, I say this every time. There's any discrepancies with these, and you feel like you missed out, or you feel like you didn't get all your entries in, you can write me an email and we'll make it right with you through a refund of your stuff that you bought, or roll over entries into the next giveaway. And yeah, so we're at 2:28. A lot more people are signing on right now. We are going to pick the winner here in about a minute and a half. We will pick the winner. So we're almost there. We've got everything loaded up on the website, random.org. We have all of our entrants put in. We are ready to go. All we have to do is hit complete the drawing and everything will. We're going to do this. In the past, we've always tried to call the winner on the live stream and it never works. It is anticlimactic every single time, and you guys just sit there and watch as I hold my phone and it rings and it goes to voicemail. So we're not going to do that this time. We're going to announce the winner and then say congratulations. If the winner's over here watching, great, but he's probably not. So with that being said, am I skipping again?
slow down. Yeah.
Okay. We're getting a little bad service here. With that being said, we won't be making the phone call. We're gonna, let me get off the Wi-Fi on my phone too.
Yeah, I'm off.
We're gonna get off Wi-Fi on everything else. Make sure that we are okay. Normally our Wi-Fi is pretty fast out here in the garage, but not today. Whatever, it is what it is. But we're not gonna call just because it never works out, and it's always anticlimactic. So we're just gonna say congratulations. We'll end the live stream, and then I'll call them. And Adrian's here; he's gonna record me, and we will put that on our we will put that on our live stream. Or we'll post it, and we'll post it right away. I mean, not on our live stream. We'll put that on our Instagram stories and our Facebook stories right away. So here we are. It is 2:29. Right at 2:30. Is it 2:30? It is 2:30. It is time to pick the winner. All right, we have everything put in. We're ready to go. All the entrants have been put in. It is time to press complete the drawing. I'm so nervous. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, complete the drawing. And we have an email address. We're going to look them up right now. Copy this over. We're going in here, going to our customer list. Yeah, we are having some slow Wi-Fi today. Oh my heavens. Okay. We have a phone number. The winner from this one was from a phone number. All right. The winner of the first gen Cummins crew cab is Joshua Anderkin from Buckeye, Arizona. Joshua Anderkin from Buckeye, Arizona is the winner of our first gen Cummins crew cab. Congratulations, Joshua. We are super pumped for you. We're going to call Joshua here in just a minute. Hopefully that I didn't lag out too bad and you guys could hear that. We're going to call Joshua here in just a minute and get him congratulated. So congratulations to Joshua. Joshua's been a customer from ours for about 10 months now, so that's exciting. So we're going to call Josh, tell him congrats, and thanks to all of you guys for watching. Thanks for participating. You can go on to random.org and verify your entries and verify that everything was correct. If you have any issues, go ahead and reach out to us and we'll make it right. But everything should be good. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube as we continue to grow our YouTube and post more and more every day. Make sure you follow along as Joshua will probably want to come up from Arizona. We're close by, so he should be able to come and get it for a second. But we're going to call him right now. We'll post that to our Instagram stories and our Facebook stories, so go check that out. Thank you, everyone, for participating. Thanks for signing on, tuning in, and we really appreciate it. Thanks, guys, and have a good one. Congratulations. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure you follow along. Tons of bullnose content coming as we post more and more about it. But follow along. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.